Harry Kane's 63rd goal for England. They do have one more friendly. Next up, it's Iceland in Wembley on Friday the 7th before Euro action gets underway. All right, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Stevie, straight to you, because I know you are desperate to talk about this. You said...
What are you going to ask me?
Trent Alexander-Arnold playing in the midfield. How important are you going to be for England in the Euros?
He's not. He's not going to play. Trent Alexander-Arnold could have scored a hat-trick today, and he will not start against Serbia.
Why?
Well, because he won't. He's not playing... There's no way in a million years he starts as the right back against Serbia. Not a chance. And there's no way he starts in the midfield. Because even if Gareth Southgate's going to be positive, then it's going to be Bellingham, Rice and Foden. And if he's going to be a little negative and try and maybe not be quite as positive, then he'll probably bring Conor Gallagher in and play him beside Rice with Bellingham in front of them, and Foden will go out to the left. I mean, there's no way I can see anywhere on that field that Trent Alexander-Arnold starts this game. I just, honestly, I will. If anybody wants to text us and take a bet, I'll take it right now. Alexander-Arnold will not start against Serbia. I'm just telling you that now. Listen, if it comes to the third game and England have to win to qualify, he might play in midfield. But then what if he takes Maddison? Then are you going to play a fullback, a supposed fullback, and leave a guy who 100% is an attacking midfielder, who had a fantastic first half of the season for Tottenham in that position? Or are you just going to say, well, I'll play a fullback in there? I mean, honestly, Trent Alexander-Arnold's a great passer of the ball. He plays some great balls forward, but he's not playing, and he's certainly not playing against Serbia.
Good from him.
And I defy anybody to tell me why he's going to start. Because from a defensive point of view, he won't start. Gareth Southgate will want to make sure the back four is solid, if nothing else. So that means he doesn't start there. And he's not going to gamble and just throw him in the first game of the Euros, because why?
And so a positive showing in a friendly like this does nothing for Gareth Southgate's decision-making?
Absolutely not. Gareth Southgate was watching this game and figuring out who wasn't travelling. Is he going to take Bowen? We don't know. Is he going to take Konsa? Joe Gomez came on. Is he going to go? Lewis Dunk? Is Lewis Dunk going to play? I mean, who else on the left? You got Foden, who didn't play. In fact, it was pretty much a reserve team. So every which way you look at it, it's not looking good for Trent Alexander-Arnold.
I'd say that Stevie's not having that.
I'll try to be a little bit more positive than Stevie again. Listen, I'm with Stevie in a number of regards here. Listen, everything we've seen from Gareth Southgate as England manager, he's built from a solid defensive perspective. At times a little boring, at times far too pragmatic, however you want to phrase it. But Gareth Southgate has never been an attack-minded national team manager. I think that's what Trent Alexander-Arnold gives you. He gives you that option from, as a pass of the ball, from set pieces. If there's that need, you're trailing by a goal or two late on, then it becomes he becomes a viable option. The other aspect of this is, and with the number of changes that you think would be made, not just for the next friendly, but more to the point, the start of the tournament. Out of that starting 11, Pickford starts. Maybe Trippier, maybe Cole Palmer. That's about it. The other 8 players, I do not think, start in either of the next 2 games. So even a good showing in a team that has made as many changes, it just doesn't have the kind of impact that maybe if you were a standout player among 7, 8 or 9 expected starters, then all of a sudden I think you start writing your name into the team sheet. But given the number of changes, even a good showing, I don't think moves the needle that much in terms of Gareth Southgate's approach.
Stevie,
he'll know 10. He'll know. I guarantee you, he'll know 10 of the 11 that start against Serbia if everybody's fit. I guarantee it.
What of Trent Alexander-Arnold next season under Arne Slot? What are we going to see position-wise from him, do you think?
I think probably Arne Slot is not going to come into Liverpool and start making all kinds of wholesale changes. I think he'll probably start with Trent Alexander in the position that Klopp did, and then go from there and see what happens and see how they start. That's what I think he'll do. So I think for Liverpool, Trent Alexander will start the season. But again, it will depend on what happens in those starts. But as far as England's concerned, in the Euros, he won't start against Serbia in the first game. Not a chance.
What do you say? Do you agree with Stevie on the Liverpool angle there, Luis?
Yes, I think that when I arrive and you know that there has been a lot of work that he's been working on, and that the players know how to work that way, you're not going to try to change everything. Of course, you're going to adapt your style of play to whatever the players that you have in your hand have the ability or the capacity, and from there you're going to build on the trust, on sending a message the way that you would like them to play in your style. But the way that Liverpool has been playing in the middle with so many talented players, with Endo, with McAllister, with Curtis, with Elliott, I don't see right away playing Alexander-Arnold into the midfield. I think that the way that he's been playing on the right side, now we forget a little bit, but not long ago we were talking about two of the best fullbacks that the world was seeing, with 20 assists each every single season, and that's something that we haven't seen for a long time. So I'm not expecting Arne Slot to change straight away, and I'm expecting Alexander-Arnold starting in that right side. It's true that Conor Bradley have done a great job, but still a very young talent, that he will be adapting to that position and continue playing at some moments. But I think that Alexander-Arnold, even with the issues that sometimes his lack of defending is not something that we all enjoy, I think he's still a fantastic fullback, and Arne Slot knows about it.
Okay, back to the international angle now, Luis. Who's better, England or Spain?
That's bad. That's a very bad question. That's a very helpful question. Okay, honestly, I think that Spain right now is in a transition moment. I think we got a very young, talented team, and we are going to see this right away in the first game, because having Nicol Williams, Lamine Yamal, Kubarsi on the 11 starter is going to show that they are under 21, under 17 actually, two of them, but definitely we need to give them the chance of proving themselves. And I think there is a very young team, but with the experience that I've seen this England side, I think that right now, I think England is got a better side, more experience, and more ready to challenge for the competition. But that doesn't mean that Spain cannot give a few headaches to some of the teams that they are in front.